everybody. The AJ Styles Showdown has just ended, and we won our Showdown spot. Close call. I only had 3 energies left, and was able to just pull it off. So, yeah, there we go. Free, by the way. I want to add that. I have not paid to win any Showdowns this month, and I've won all of them. So, it is possible for free if you're able to strategize, if you're able to win. I know it's difficult with hype and all that in the game now, but if you've got the 250 promoters, man, it's a free mega. So let's just take a quick look. I know we did when I did the overview. We will get all of this, all of this, all of that, 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 up to here. Of course, they want you to spend to get to that next little milestone there. And we may do it for that because I think we might be able to max out the contest, which we're going to be close. And it's times like these I wish I would have done a little more of the CSS because it's too late to do them now. But I kind of skipped over most of the CSS stuff. I did my break gems of a certain color. I wasn't trying to win with solo over and over. Solo's just not good. And I didn't do the AJ Styles one. I know that I saw people trying to do that. I was focused on winning my bracket for that, but hindsight 2020, had we done so, we might be in a little bit better situation as far as that comes. But still, what's important with that last milestone, right? Not so much here. And yes, there's prize wall currency. Yes, there's a stocking here. We're not worried about that because the prize wall is absolute trash. This last milestone has 3 more of AJ Styles. And let's see how far along we are with him. We're at 2,700, so that would get us to the 3,000 mark. Seems a little bit low, honestly, for the S Plus tier chase weekend. Normally there's 330 or 3,300, so that's surprisingly low. But they did make it to where you could easily max the contest, even if you didn't max your bracket. I think you'd be able to get right there if you had the CSS. But we are on a TWIF server that was flagged 2 days ago, so let's hope that there's still some juice left in it. Regal, I still don't have Regal, as you can see there. He's one of the few that just have evaded me, so I'm not saying I'd be excited to get him. I think he's actually on the prize wall this month. And I don't know if I'm going to make it. So he would kind of be a win to where I could grab one of the gears off the prize wall. That would be a huge win. Because he does need at least 1 gear to be good. Most of these, to be honest, I don't know. I don't remember what I needed. If anything, I think I might just be missing AJ in this loot. Come on. But I am going to... That's a lot of shards for... she's S tier, so that's a chunk of S tier shards right there. It's been a very good month for Showdown for me. I'm not going to say it's luck in the brackets, right? I've always been able to strategize some wins in, and even whenever I've lost to Ed Dog, and I can't remember if I was in one with Wolpus. I didn't spend a whole lot, and it came down in like the last couple minutes. And it's just strategy with it. You could strategize by going all in. You could play a little bit at a time. There's different ways. And it's kind of one of those whatever works, works. But, ooh. You never like seeing Wade Barrett. Every time I see Wade Barrett, you might as well show me not Elias because to me, they are both just ass. But no, so I can't remember how many loots I've done complimentary of the showdowns. I really love this new format. It has been truly a blessing. Um, I've been able to pull on almost all of the loots for free, just because of this. And it's been, I'm not pulling anything, right? I'm really not. I have yet to pull anything this month. I got Kelly, but I shard recruited her. And I haven't pulled anything. It's just a matter of, I'm getting a ton of eval shards. Which, even, let's say, I kind of like what they've changed TU to be. I'm not forced to bring anybody up. So even like Mark Henry, I don't think I'm going to be bringing him up any. I can leave him where he's at and just use some coin to max out the people that I'm using. Just to bring up my go-to characters. And by doing so, you could really stockpile tokens, shards, things of that nature. Because we're not being forced to use them, just coin and TP. I really like that method, but winning these has really gotten me a ton of shards. Come on, I'd like to get Regal. There's some shards for AJ. And they're not in the guaranteed, which is nice, so we'll get more in there. Of course, AJ would be huge because he is phenomenal. And of course, this is also going to speed up, even in worst case scenario. The reason I intentionally was trying to let somebody else win. I'm still going to play. And I did play, and like I said, I had a few energy left, so shame on them. But I am still happy to get this because this will mean me recruiting AJ sooner if I don't from this pull. Every little bit of shards is one less prize wall you got to fish from later. Come on, yes, we believe. And I didn't even look to see. I think it's only 2 guaranteed, which is why I wasn't initially overly interested in the pools to begin with. Come on, something. Oh, I'll take her. She's already 6-star gold. I took her hype 4 over AJ Lee. Call me crazy. Don't care. She's one move, one swipe for 150 mil. Since her release, she has been one of the best adds to the game for 2025, hands down. There's very little that has been out that was as impactful as she was, and it's one of those. It's not she hits the moon. She's an A tier, and she's hitting for that hard, and it's just wild. So, all right, there's our 2 guaranteed. There's shards, 75. That's a low for 2. You would think it'd be 65. That's even lower. So, there's my shitty pulls. We got a total of, 105, 180 shards for AJ. That is about as bad as you can get. That's really about as bad as you can get on that. We didn't even get Regal, who was apparently somebody else in this loot that we needed. We got to where I thought we would here. A 7 pull would get us to the next milestone. Let's go ahead and claim and see if we get anything good out of any of this. I forget what the stockings did. The stockings did nothing, apparently. Okay. And more prize wall tokens. We got to the 300 for AJ. We got 4,500, 700, 7,000. 7,000 total prize wall. Let's see where we're at here. We're at 28,000. Okay. So, I'm going to be able to get what I wanted. We're not getting the natural phenomenon. Straight up passing that up. I don't, even once I get AJ, I could care less about that plate. 75% is not enough to make or change a character between usable and non-usable. They could suck it on that plate. I'm looking at the yellow flurries and the red flurries. I know the math isn't adding up for those two, but once we add in my faction stuff afterwards, we should be cleared to get that. And of course, everybody's is going to be different, so let's just, yeah. We're going for 2 plates off this wall, and I could tell you my targets for them, and that's going to be Kelly. I think she's going to be fine with the Snowfall plate. She's going to get the red Snowfall plate. And then we've got Jade Cargill, who I've got... I had moved a rainbow to her for something, but this is normally her strap. We're going to put a yellow Snowfall onto her to do this moveset where you just take, Roxanne and the new... Who's that character? Armor King? Tiger King? Whatever he is. And you... Yeah, Armor King and Roxanne. And this becomes really spicy, where you just throw out the Snowfalls, and that is just to activate the yellow 300%. And then you throw out your multiply gems, and you make a couple row breaks, with the bottom move. Very simple, very strong. Yellow Snowfall plate, fantastic for her. Option B for that yellow Snowfall plate is going to be Howdy. And I primarily run him with an affiliation strap. I believe I might be able to get him to hit hard enough with that yellow Snowfall plate on an affiliation strap. I haven't tested it. It's one of those things that once I get some plate currency, I will probably take a look at it to see if there's anything there. It's one of those that it speeds him up, but yet slows him down, because now you got to click more Snowfalls. If you've seen Sir Zoro's video of it for Titan, you are clicking a little bit more, but you're not reloading the arrival multiple times like you are with the first one. Where is it? No, you start with yellow and then you fill your the arrival. So technically, since those are both 5 MP, you could still get that off twice. Turn 1 and be huge damage. I find it really interesting. I don't think it's going to make or break Howdy. I've gotten a ton of hype for him so far. And he's very clicky, but it's one of those that I enjoy using him. So there's the pulls, everybody. I really hope yours were better than mine. Hopefully you needed more than I did, because that's where a lot of the downfall comes, is what do you need versus what's available. And with this prize or this loot, the available was just really lacking. And that's all there is to say about that. A lot of these have been available recently. You know, chances are if you're pulling on loot, you already have that Dom. You know, chances are you already have most of these. A sweater would have been nice. I didn't know. I forgot those were in there. But, oh well. There it is. Y'all have a good evening.